With the inflation that we've seen over the past 5 years, how can you use that inflation to get rich? I'm definitely not an economist or an expert on inflation. I just know what I saw over the past 5 years. So, we all saw the inflation that happened. We all saw how much money was pumped into the economy during COVID with stimulus, government spending, things like that. And I would almost bet that you saw the effects of it if you own a house or you live in a rental property. You most likely saw either the price or the value of your home increase significantly over just a few year period, maybe 10% in 1 year, which is pretty phenomenal. That doesn't happen very often. The average in the U.S. is about 2 to 3% per year of home appreciation. That can change, year over year, but the average for the last, I think, 130 years or so is about 2 to 3% per year of home appreciation. And if you lived in a rental property, you likely saw your rent significantly increase. And both of those happened due to inflation. Uh, this could have been predicted when the government started printing as much money as they did with the stimulus checks and other government spending that took place. I didn't see it like go back to 2018, 2019, 2020, the beginning of the pandemic. I know a lot of people were saying that with as much money as we were printing at the time, that inflation was going to happen. But I actually didn't think that it would. I looked back to, I remember during the great financial crisis in 2008, 9, and 10, that a lot of experts said the same thing was going to happen then when we were bailing out the banks. That said we were going to have massive inflation because of the amount of money that we had pumped into the economy. But it did not happen. We didn't have the inflation. And what I was told back then, and from what I can read about, is that a lot of that money did not go into the economy. It just sat in the banks just to backstop them from failing during the great financial crisis. Well, this time it was different. During COVID, it was different. That money actually went out into the hands of consumers and got spent. And so that went directly into the economy, and that causes inflation when there's that much money, much additional money hitting into the economy, and it drove up asset prices. So you saw it in the price of food, saw it in the price of housing, rents, things like that. But I did not see that coming. I thought it would be very similar to 2008, 9, and 10, where prices actually would not increase. So I did not see it coming. But we're past it now. We're past a lot of it. Not saying inflation is completely behind us, which actually it never will be. You're always going to have some inflation in a healthy economy. But some of the things that I saw during COVID and when inflation was really going at 8, 9, and 10% was the value of my pickup truck actually went to higher than it was when I bought it, which is pretty much, that's not common. Um, Pickup trucks or vehicles usually do not appreciate. Also, during the run up during COVID, mobile homes were actually appreciated, and I think that is actually still true today. But how can you benefit from this? Well, the one way that I saw to be able to benefit from it is to own cash flowing rental real estate. And you benefit from two ways. We actually talked about them at the beginning of this video. And that is one, the value of the real estate is going to appreciate. So inflation is going to push up the value of that real estate. So that's the first way you would be able to benefit from it. The second way is if it's rental real estate, it's likely that the rents are going to increase. So if rent increases, that's the other way that you're going to benefit from it. So that, and then the third way is to hold those pieces of real estate for a long period of time. So buy cash flowing real estate and hold it for a long period of time and allow time to do what it does to push both of those values up. So allow it to appreciate, the rents go up, and then you hold it for that long period of time and allow those things to happen. So I hope that tells you some about how you can get rich from owning cash flowing rental real estate. I always like to end these with a quote. So today's quote is: the most important conversation you have each day is the conversation you have with yourself. So I hope you're telling yourself good things each day. My name is Mike Williamson. I typically talk about real estate investing, personal finance, pretty much anything investing, the economy, things like that. Definitely not an economist. Definitely don't have a background in that, but it's just things I've observed over the years and have studied. Hope you have a good day, and I'll see y'all later.